Namaskar, I'm Dr. Shweta Alatia, neurologist from the Limitless Brain Lab. Have you ever hugged something which is fantastic, something which gives you wisdom, something which heals you, something which changes your internal chemistry? Something which gives you oxytocin, the bonding hormone, something which reduces your cortisol, something that transforms you into a mental state of trance. Yes, I'm talking about tree hugging, also in the Japanese forest path, the Shinrin Yoku. Particularly, tree hugging is a very important exercise. Until now, tree hugging was only seen from the lens of wellness practice, but tree hugging has been shown to be therapeutic in nature. There are a few publications which have suggested how hugging a tree can actually lead to reduction of cortisol, the stress hormone, how it can lead to feeling of trance, feeling of that state of connectedness, which we also call grounding. There are very few ways in which you can feel centered, feel calm, feel relaxed. One of them is walking barefoot, which we also call grounding. Walking across at the seashore is amazing, it's grounding. Closing your eyes, taking a deep breath, and sitting, that is alpha, which is also sort of grounding. Grounding is nothing but having a state of calm, having a state of peace. Now, the interesting thing about hugging a tree is there are some scientific, measurable, valuable changes which is happening in your body. The moment you are hugging a tree, there is a fundamental shift of the brain which happens. Your beta, which was firing, the brain calms down and gives you a nice alpha. Alpha is nothing but a relaxed state of being. The second powerful thing which happens when you are hugging a tree is you start to lower your blood pressure. In one of the studies published in PLOS, it has been shown that it reduces the blood pressure once you continue to have this practice on an everyday basis. The third important thing, it reduces your anxiety or level of worry or fear. It brings in all the happy chemicals, also called as serotonin and dopamine with oxytocin. Now, there are some big trees. When you are hugging them, there is also a chemical. Phytoncides are released, which are natural antimicrobial when you are hugging a tree. So automatically you start to feel better, you start to feel healthy. Immune system can get a big boost. So people who suffer from rheumatoid arthritis, autoimmune conditions, multiple sclerosis, various other arthritic conditions, psoriasis, allergy, people should be going and having a tree hugging protocol and a practice as a ritual. How long should you hug a tree? What kind of tree is beneficial? How often do you do this? Watch until the end because we will uncover all these scientific facts. But before that, go ahead and write down in the comment section, have you been hugging a tree? Have you ever hugged a tree? And what is that feeling? Well, the better the hugging effort is when you have a bigger tree. You start to produce more chemicals because now it's a tree which has been quite old and quite able to produce all the chemicals which we were just talking. The second thing is you have to hold it for at least 30 to 40 seconds to get the benefit of the tree hugging. Now, the trees who have been there in a dense forest, you are already in the state of relaxation. Now, when you are touching the tree, automatically a very strong grounding effect is emerging, almost equivalent to that of putting your brain immediately, almost immediately with no latency, into sharp alpha. And this alpha is allowing you to have calmness, centeredness, and focus. Greetings, all of you, and I'm super excited to welcome you for one of a kind of a retreat which is going to happen in India. There was a lot of requests for a lot of people from a lot of people across saying that we want the Limitless Brain retreat to be in India. We listened to that, and thanks to the Limitless Brain Lab, we are going to have it in Lonavala. It is going to happen, mark your calendars, 27, 28 and 29th of November 2026. What will you get? You will get amazing insights about manifestation, meditation, longevity hacks, how to get your brain into the peak performance. What are those secrets? How can you do that? What will you do to make it happen in your life? So many things which will be discussed. It is going to be a 3 days and a 2 nights retreat. We will all be together. Lots and lots of fun, lots of group exercises, group activities, live brain modulation, live experiments, and we will be a part of the family together. Limitless Brain 1 was amazing, 2 was amazing, and I hope to see some of the participants again. So do not delay, because we have some special early bird discount which is until 30th of April 2026. Go ahead and block your seats today. I'm going to see you at the retreat. Link in the bio and link in the description, or just say retreat and we will share you all the details. See you soon, all of you. So hugging a tree is not just a simple phenomenon. It is a very, very powerful means of healing. It is a powerful means of a practice which you should have in your life. Now you would say that there are no trees around. There is deforestation. We live in cities. We live in urban areas. I am sure even if you live in an urban area, you live in a crowded place, there would be a park near you. Now you may be feeling shy to do that. You may be feeling, what would people think? I think this is where we stop ourselves from taking that dose, taking that powerful shot of immunity boosting, taking that shot which is repairing you and healing you. So the next time when you go to the park, the next time you go ahead and have that opportunity, go ahead and hug the tree, because for all you know, you were able to install so many chemicals which was equivalent to a few days of multivitamins. But then, we take these practices very lightly. We feel that these practices have no logic. But if we go to the ancient wisdom, if we go past 5,000, 6,000 years ago, there used to be proper techniques or proper pujas. There used to be proper rituals where a tree was worshipped. A tree hugging was part of that protocol. Offering a certain type of a fruit from a tree was part of the protocol, so that you go ahead and take out all the fruits from the tree. In the process, you go ahead and touch the tree. So every little thing was extremely scientific. It was built to protect, it was built to grow the brains. So go ahead and do the tree hugging, and please do write in the comment section if you are an avid person who follows this trick. And most importantly, for the new generation, we have to start thinking of green time. We have had enough screen time. Entire day we are glued to our screen. We have to change some part of habit where screen time becomes a part of our life, with green time also a major part of our life. So we have to balance somewhere the screen time and the green time. A study has been shown that people who live around green spaces have a sharper alpha peak, have sharper, better brains. Their children have slightly higher IQ than the people who live in the urban city. There is also ions which we breathe in. These positive ions around the wires, the Wi-Fi, the signals is actually affecting our bioelectric body as well. Oxidants, it is causing a stress on our body's system, and hence having negative ions which neutralizes it, removes all these toxins and frees us from the oxidative effects of the stressors is an important part of our everyday modern living. Anything which gives you the negative ions like free water, flowing water, trees, forest bath, anything that is giving you the negative ions in the nature, going to the beach, going and sitting on the sand, walking on the barefoot grass is what you should welcome it. That dose of powerful anti-inflammatory negative ions is going to give you a powerful chemistry, a powerhouse of the substances which are far more valuable than any of the multivitamins which you can pop in. So go ahead and stay with us. Please do like, subscribe and share this video if this thought has resonated with you, because we bring in the science of the spirituality. I strongly feel every scientist is spiritual and every spiritualist has to be a scientist, because it is just both of them are searching the truth, both of them are searching that depth, but with different lenses. So thank you so much for being with us on this channel, and your every single contribution, your every single like, share is making a big difference to so many people's life. So my shukrana, my gratitude, and my thank you to each of you.